Welcome everyone to Unscripted Coding. I'm really excited to share this project with you because, like many of you, I went through an application process for my job and it was horrible. And so this particular project is all about tailoring your cover letter and resume with AI so that you write one cover letter, one resume, and you can apply to 100, 1,000, a million jobs if you want to. Now you'll see here the very quick demo. I've ran everything already. Now you can see a cover letter and a resume tailored already for this particular position. We have our original cover letter in the original black font, and then we deleted things. So fictional character, obviously Gwen Stacy, has applied previously and written a really good cover letter to Alchemax. Instead, now I Googled up a job position at Evolution Security, and so we are changing the text here. So changing the role, changing some of the examples. It's pulling information from the resume and other sample cover letters. Now, this isn't the only position. I can go and start adding. Oops. Uh, I can start adding other roles as well. And normally I do this with a second screen or side by side, but for this video, I'm just going to add another job. Oh, this is a short one. Let's look at this one and go through. And as anyone who's applied for a job knows, the goal here is to make sure your cover letter tells the right stories, uses similar language, talks about the position a little bit, tailoring and customizing your cover letter and resume so that you're the perfect applicant. Now, what's different from many years ago is that the job market is horrible for a segment of applicants right now. It is just horrible. You can be an excellent, amazing candidate. You could be the best candidate and still struggle and still need to apply to 100 positions just because of how the market is. And so I have no qualms whatsoever with using AI to kind of make it through this system. And so I can just click generate again here. This will take a little bit of time. In the meantime, I can export a bunch of cover letters. And so one of the roles is complete, so I can download the docx files. If I just open this one up, just wait for Word to open up, you'll see that it matches up. And so I can enable editing, of course, but I can review and what is going on? Oh, I'm supposed to extract it out of the zip file first. But as you can see, it keeps the formatting. You know what? A better example of this would be the resume. It keeps the formatting intact and made the red lines appropriately. If I extracted it out of the zip file, of course, I can edit and accept the changes. I can also accept the changes right here within the tool. So let's see, this one has changed the resume in a different way, and I'll generate again. And the cover letters is a bit different. And so it's quite interesting. You can see that Evolutions, this one was more of a regular forensics, whereas Fortinet was, I think, IT security forensics. This one pulled a bit from the New York Police Department, the police kind of background, and this one does not mention it as much or at all in the cover letter. Okay, so enough of this demoing. I did want to show you what is being built here. All of this I can admit now is all vibe coded. There is very little point in trying to create it on my own, but it does require strategic thinking and it does require steps. Now, in a past video, we talked about um, building the Word plugin, and one of the things that came out of that was I extracted out all the common functions. So because I was building a Word plugin, I needed to be able to make changes to Word documents. Now, at first, it was clunky and didn't work. I refined it, and eventually I tried to extract it to a variant which can work across different tools. And so now it's available if you want to build something that changes Word documents. You can check out my NPM package and a docx redline. This takes away the real big technical challenge, and the rest of this is pretty route. You can ask for it to make an index page, drag and drop cover letters, and resumes. This is all par course for what AI is really good at. And then making calls to Gemini Pro, Flash, whatever you want. The trickiest part is actually to do the red lines. This is a challenge that hasn't been solved, and I can't say I solved it. It's this is far from a perfect implementation, but it took away the hardest part. And so if I come back here again, um, you're going to find that there is the index. This is, just a short amount of lines about how the overall layout looks, but we also have the docx engine, and it pulls quite a bit out of the npm package. the the overall idea here is that the docx engine runs in the back. You have the main JS really making the different calls. Yes, it splits it up in a little bit, but the main .js orchestrates all of the file changes. The UI has a bunch of um, animations throughout, and the constants give me a few settings I can change over time if I want to. But I think the most interesting thing is just how simple this is to build now. This is a really useful tool. Now, I have only done 3 jobs, but I could really churn them out. I can add dozens, if not 100 plus roles and just leave it overnight. I can click generate all. But what I think I'm most proud of is, I think I'm gonna have to what I'm most proud of is if I go into the page without doing anything, I did want to start thinking about UI. How do I get the user to understand all of this? Many of the tools we built here have been just single page web apps in which everything just works, but you kind of need to know what you're doing. Here under the quick start, there are specific steps. So take me to the next step, tells you to put in an API key. Once I do that, and I should probably just do it, and save key. I probably want to switch to a different model. And then I ask it to take me to the next step, and the next one, and the next one. And a bunch of this code now to separate myself from the pack is about how do I polish the UI? How do I make sure that things work? How do I guide the user through a user journey? So, we're doing less and less of the route programming, but I just want to share some of the tips. 2 of the things is about how do I organize a user journey. Here, it's the quick start. If I were to put this up, I would put a home page explaining what application station does. I'd probably pick a better name too. And then once you enter the app, then it shows here with the quick start with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want to think about, how is the user going to see this? How do I get told what it does? How do they get taught how to use it? And then the other one is all about micro animations. I've been throwing that keyword a lot into my applications, into asking AI, add some micro animations to make it more fun and more interactive. Now, everyone knows interactivity makes an app more engaging, and so here all the buttons kind of do different things. You can see that there's this loading sheen that goes through, and as it does things, you see loading bars, you see tooltips pop up. If you want to take that further, I would have these pop in and out. I might even have a mascot as well on the bottom instead of the tooltips to give you, the thumbs up or the thumbs down if you're doing well or badly. Think like Duolingo with their owl. Anyways, I'm going to leave a link. I did open source this for two reasons. One is I thought this was a pretty polished project, all things considered. But number two is because I actually think this is an incredibly useful tool. I know that at least one of my friends have gotten a job after using it. So by all means, use it. And I hope you found that interesting. And I'll see you next time on Unscripted Coding. Bye.